OMG, the McRib is back.
Have you heard? Some of McDonald's tastiest items are about to vanish from the menu forever. With that in mind, here are 10 McDonald's items that you have to try before it's too late.
No, God!
The McRib.
I'd like to go home.
And I'd like the McRib to be available year-round!
One of the most popular limited-time items ever released would have to be the McRib. Making its way into pop culture, the McRib has been featured and even parodied in popular culture circles since its introduction back in 1981. The boneless pork rib sandwich comes loaded with onions and pickles and is always a fast seller when it makes its periodic appearance on the McMenu.
Easy money, right?
McDonald's is getting ready to once again introduce the popular sandwich back on the menu, much to patrons' delight. Unfortunately for fans of the McRib, this may be the final time the sandwich will appear on the menu. The burger giant has released statements saying the McRib is being brought back for a farewell tour this upcoming November. The mega chain has also made it known to patrons that they must get out there and get it while they can. This statement makes it seem like this really could be the last time you'll feast your eyes and sink your teeth into the McRib. So, if you happen to be a fan of the boneless pork classic, do yourself a favor and have your wallet ready in November, because you may have to stock up on the popular sandwich.
Shut up and take my money.
This may very well be the end of an era. Could this really be the McRib's final goodbye? I guess we'll have no choice but to wait and see. Grand Big Mac.
Nothing beats 2 cheeseburgers with secret sauce.
If someone happens to utter the words Big Mac, chances are you'll know exactly what they're talking about.
They call me Big Mac.
Oh, we love McDonald's.
What?
The Big Mac is so iconic, the burger itself has become synonymous with McDonald's. In fact, the Big Mac has reached heights in pop culture unlike any other signature food item, with the classic burger even having its own song. What's better than a Big Mac? This was a question that the top brass over at McDonald's HQ must have asked when they first introduced the Grand Big Mac. The grand variation of the iconic burger still features 2 all-beef patties. However, the Grand's patties are much larger than those of the original.
I love it. It is simply awesome.
A bigger Big Mac seems like an undeniable hit, and that's exactly what it was. McDonald's Canada will be bringing the popular specialty item back to their menus, but unfortunately will be removing the larger version of the Big Mac from participating restaurants since the run will be for a limited time only. For those Canucks out there with a hankering for the Grand Big Mac, get one while you can, eh? Because there's no telling when the Big Mac's big brother will make a comeback again. McD's Big and Tasty.
I'm kind of a big deal. People know me.
It's a well-known fact that when it comes to signature burgers, there's nothing more iconic than the McDonald's Big Mac. The burger is undoubtedly a North American classic. But the other burger chains have seen fit to give the Golden Arches a run for their money. Wendy's, for example, has its Big Bacon Classic, which is just as popular now as it was when it first showed up on the old-fashioned hamburger restaurant's menu. However, when it comes to contenders for the signature burger crown, the Whopper has always been a major rival of the Big Mac. McDonald's seemingly felt the same way, as the burger chain decided to introduce its own version of the Whopper, the Big and Tasty.
It's tasty.
Not quite as classic as the Big Mac, the Big and Tasty was nonetheless a big hit, with McDonald's patrons wishing for their own version of the Whopper.
Same, but different.
With McDonald's deciding to put the Big and Tasty back on the menu, fans of the burger can look forward to not only the classic version of the burger, but also a barbecue version. Unfortunately for fans of the burger, the Big and Tasty is only back on the menu for a limited time and will be leaving soon, so keep your eyes open. New to our channel? Then take a second and hit that subscribe button.
Thank you. Next!
Breakfast bagels.
Bagel! Bagel!
Breakfast has long been known as the most important meal of the day for many reasons. While the morning meal may give you the energy you need to start the day off with a bang, many of us simply have no time to have breakfast. Luckily, most of the major fast food chains have a breakfast option on their menu for those who need to eat while heading to work. McDonald's breakfast may be the most iconic among the fast food chains, with the Egg McMuffin being the most famous fast food breakfast item. However, McDonald's continued to expand their breakfast menu to include several scrumptious options like pancakes and breakfast bagels. Breakfast bagels have been a popular item since their inclusion on the McD's menu. Unfortunately for folks over in the UK, the breakfast staple will be vanishing from the menu permanently.
Horse!
With reports of McDonald's patrons across the pond being devastated by the news, the breakfast bagel will likely be a hot commodity before the item is gone forever.
Forever.
Chicken Legend.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Today, McDonald's is known for its chicken almost as much as it's known for its burgers. The Golden Arches is home to some of the most popular chicken dishes served up at any fast food restaurant, with their famous chicken McNuggets being a kid favorite the world over.
It is the best.
Across the pond over in the UK, millions of McDonald's customers have been enjoying the various chicken options on the menu. In particular, the Chicken Legend is among the most popular chicken sandwiches offered across the UK. Essentially a chicken sandwich on a longer roll, the Chicken Legend comes with crispy lettuce and spicy mayo. Alas, the Chicken Legend is being hoisted from the UK menu and will never see the light of day ever again. The news of the sandwich permanently leaving the menu sparked some outcry from fans who voiced their displeasure with the revelation that the Chicken Legend was on borrowed time.
Unacceptable!
However, fans of the sandwich will be greeted with a new option, as the popular chicken sandwich is set to be replaced by the McCrispy. So the folks over in the UK can still get their chicken fix when heading into their local McDonald's. Egg White Delight McMuffin.
Hey, is that healthy food?
More often than not, people are beginning to become more health conscious with what we eat in particular. Many have chosen to lean toward the cleaner, healthy food items, and fast food chains have been adding healthier options to their menus to accommodate these patrons.
Oh, right. Well, that is good to know.
We already know how important breakfast can be to starting your day off on the right track, but many have gone a step further, selecting a healthy option for their morning meal. So, for those on the go, McDonald's offers one of their most iconic breakfast items with your health in mind.
Ah, very nice.
The Egg White Delight McMuffin is a healthier version of the classic breakfast sandwich, which, for those morning commuters watching calories, is a dream come true. But all dreams must come to an end, and the Egg White Delight McMuffin will soon be leaving the McDonald's menu. The decision to drop this egg item from the menu comes as a surprise, and the reason isn't exactly known. However, for select few McDonald's locations, the breakfast sandwich may still be available, albeit for a limited time. So, for those fans of this breakfast sandwich, unfortunately, they will have to get their healthier morning protein fix at another fast food chain.
Why?
McDonald's breakfast wrap.
Just waiting for my breakfast.
Lois!
When thinking of breakfast, most of us think of a large plate of eggs, bacon, hash browns, and countless other tasty items ready to be enjoyed. Maybe even a cold bowl of cereal freshly poured into a frosty ocean of milk.
That's my favorite breakfast.
Perhaps even a piping hot serving of pancakes, complete with melted butter and maple syrup. Whatever the case may be, breakfast is usually a sit-down experience that takes a bit of time to enjoy. In the modern day, the morning commuter needs their morning meal on the go. This is where the fast food chains come to the rescue. Most of the most popular chains offer breakfast. However, most of us require a meal we can eat while not interrupting the morning commute. This is where modern breakfast inventions such as the breakfast wrap save the day.
Game changer.
McDonald's breakfast wraps have been supercharging commuters for the past 30 years. However, the morning wrap, jam-packed with eggs, cheese, and other assorted goodies, is about to vanish from the McDonald's menu forever. The delicious wrap will bid farewell to its fans with no signs of an imminent return. There is an alternative, however, as the savvy McDonald's patron can always purchase an assortment of breakfast goodies and combine the ingredients to make a sort of DIY wrap. Or maybe going to another chain would be a better option. Spicy McNuggets.
Chicken nugget, I like to eat you while I drive.
There are a lot of folks out there that love the exhilaration of a nice spicy meal.
Yeah, boy.
Whether you're brave enough to try one of those spicy pepper challenges or you fancy a searing batch of wings, spicy food can be a deliciously ferocious experience. Occasionally, McDonald's has placed a few spicy items on its menu. The Mighty Wings, for example, were at one time a tasty and popular addition to the franchise's menu.
Dude, I need some Mighty Wings. They make me want to dance.
But one of the most popular spicy items is undoubtedly the Spicy McNuggets. For those who wish to liven up the ordinary McNugget, McDonald's introduced a spicy version of the original classic, along with a mighty hot sauce for anyone wishing to increase the heat. Unfortunately, the spicy variation of the McNugget was not long for this world. The specialty item will have to be ordered up quickly and soon, as the mega burger chain has made it clear that the Spicy McNugget will be leaving the menu forever. While McDonald's hasn't given a reason for removing the item, the end appears to be near. For those heat-seeking fanatics out there, do yourself a favor and head over to your local Golden Arches before the heat is extinguished for good.
No!
The Mars and Twix McFlurry.
Sounds sweet.
Occasionally, a frosty treat is perfect for those warm summer days. Whether it's a chilled soda or an ice-cold popsicle, nothing beats the heat quite like a cold treat.
Nothing better.
Of course, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone out there that would say no to a rich, creamy scoop of delicious ice cream. Yes, ice cream has been the go-to solution to quell the intense heat of a steaming summer for countless years. The sheer scoop of creamy possibilities makes ice cream not only one of the most versatile treats, but also among the most delicious. With millions around the world consuming the frozen dessert, it makes perfect sense that the fast food chains would add the frosty treat to their menus.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
From Wendy's famous Frosty to Five Guys milkshakes, the major fast food franchises have been serving up scoops of the proper creamy stuff to satisfied patrons, with variations and innovations popping up almost yearly. Of course, the most iconic fast food chain of them all would end up offering their own ice cream option with the McFlurry. The McFlurry first appeared on the McDonald's menu in Canada back in 1995. From there, the McFlurry soon became an international hit, providing McDonald's patrons with a creamy, frosty alternative to the popular Dairy Queen Blizzard. Much like the rival Blizzard, the McFlurry comes in many flavors and varieties, from the chocolatey crunch of Oreos to a myriad of fruity and candy options. But among the most popular McFlurry options is undoubtedly the Mars and Twix flavors. The popular candy bar toppings were an instant hit, with the richness of the classic candy bars mixing perfectly with the smoothness of McDonald's soft-serve ice cream. But as you can guess, these two popular McFlurry options will be leaving the McDonald's menu forever. If you happen to be a fan of these two candy bar flavored McFlurries, get down to the closest McDonald's while you still have a chance to indulge. Your taste buds will thank you. Mozzarella Dippers.
Cheese.
One of the most ooey-gooey, fun, and delicious cheeses has to be mozzarella. After all, what would pizza be without the stringy strands of sumptuous mozzarella? A batch of piping hot lasagna minus the melted mozzarella would simply not be quite as exciting, right?
2 thumbs down.
So it comes as no surprise that McDonald's would try to incorporate the famous cheese in some capacity into their menu, and that's exactly what the fast food giant did over in the UK. The mozzarella dippers were placed on the McDonald's menu back in 2015. While not very popular over here in North America, the item proved to be quite popular in the UK. The cheesy snack was an instant hit, with many hungry patrons enjoying the stringy treat. But the story of the McDonald's mozzarella dipper doesn't finish with a happy ending, as the item will soon be making its final bow and leaving the menu for good.
Again and again and again.
For the mozzarella lovers over in the UK, you can head over to McDonald's and get your fill now, and perhaps head to a local pizzeria when the snack bids us a fond farewell.
At least there's that.
Craving another video? Just tap or click. First time here? Then leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.